Hi, this is Burger with a very unusual setup because, you know, a while ago, somebody asked me to do a tier list video about something. I don't even remember what it was. And I do remember that at that point, the concept of the tier list video was already woefully outdated. And this was literal months ago. So at this point, there is no way that any of this is even remotely relevant anymore. But to make this doubly good, I will do a tier list video that probably 1,000 people have done, which is I will rate flags of places. And I had to sort of come up with my own template because I couldn't find an actual template that was good and empty and a big size on the Google. I am literally on vacation right now. No one can even reach me at this point. Let's start with this. Huge, enormous flag. Flag of Chile. In case you didn't know. Looks like the flag of Puerto Rico. Isn't the flag of Puerto Rico. It's the flag of Chile. So first comment on this, right? It's woefully inappropriate to represent the country as such, right? It's the standard rectangular shape of a flag. This isn't what the flag of Chile should look like. I want to give you a lot better impression of what that might be. And it's basically just a very long flag. Goes even beyond the borders, and you make it very thin, and you flip it like this. And actually it's more like this. And that is how you actually do the Chile flag. And this immediately just goes here because this is not even an S tier flag. This is an all of the tiers flag. This is how you accurately represent Chile. Just want to point out that somebody probably has done this joke before. I have seen none of those videos. That I came up with this myself. It's just not a particularly original joke. And I'd wager to say that it's not going to be the only not particularly originally joke that you're going to see from me today. Next up, Germany. Look at this just completely simplistic flag. Okay, so a lot of people will say the German flag is black, red, and yellow, but that's not true. The bottom color is supposed to be gold, which let me be honest about it. This is not gold. This isn't what the color gold looks like. This is yellow. So, frankly, for false promises, there is a version that has a really cool eagle on here, but it's not this version. So really, I'm gonna say, just make this small enough. E tier, frankly. Fuck this. It's just doesn't hold the promises that it keeps. Just leave it down there. It's not worth my time. Next to this one, the French flag. Beautiful. The tricolor of France went with a very original design of using 3 colors. And many people don't know this, but the French flag actually stands for 3 different things represented by these 3 different colors. The first one being the color blue, which stands obviously for the melancholy that you feel when you're so immersed in art and chocolate cake that you can't even really feel full happiness anymore, but also it's not really sad, it's a nice kind of sad. White, we obviously all know what that stands for. It's unbaked baguettes. You thought I was gonna go somewhere else with that joke, but I didn't. And red is the blood of the freedom-loving fighters that fought for freedom and liberty and the values of the French flag. I'm not gonna lie, that might actually be true. So, solid B tier, frankly. It's a good flag. It's not a great flag, but it's a good flag. It's very simplistic. Japan! This is even more simplistic, but it's so simplistic that it's actually good again. And for a long time, I didn't know what this big red dot was in the middle of the Japanese flag, but it turns out it's the sun, which would immediately relegate this to F tier, which I don't even have here. So we're gonna have to fix this flag real quick. Just take this here, use this to select all that, then select the inverse of this, Control X. I could also Control C. There we go, and now we adjust this to the proper size. Make this a little bit larger. There we go. That's it. That is a way better version of the flag of Japan. Merge layers. Boom. S tier flag. You're welcome, Japan. You're fucking welcome. Next up, United States of America. A classic flag recognized around the world. It's on all the drone delivery packages when they bomb countries in the Middle East. It's almost more recognizable than the cross at this point. I like in this particular version the somewhat subdued color scheme. The nice thing about the US flag is that it's adaptable, like when you get more states, like for instance Puerto Rico, which should be a state. You just change the number of stars on this thing, and there's an infinite number of very just excellent arrangements. Or you could go completely terrible and arrange them in a way that doesn't make any sense, like was the case for most of the history of the United States. But it's also really derivative off of Chile's flag, so we're gonna put it in D tier. There we go. D for drone. Next on our list, Angola, which, let's be clear about this flag. This is what, come on, Japan flag, why are you up? I mean, it's an S tier flag, obviously it's gonna be on top of this one. But frankly, let's be honest, they are literally cutting a piece of a metal cog with a machete, right, okay? And as you can see here, they've already succeeded at cutting it at least twice. So this is an incredibly sharp machete with an incredibly strong person wielding it, so frankly, this incredibly badass depiction straight into S tier. Immediately S tier flag. The Union Jack. This one, it makes my savings heart go boom boom. It's beautiful because it's literally just 3 flags for the price of 1. Does it irritate me that these are slightly off axis? It absolutely does. It also makes the flag a bit dynamic though. So the Union Jack also immediately an S tier flag simply because it's so efficient. It is such a beautiful package deal. This is how you design flags. You just take as many things as possible, put them in there. Speaking of that design approach, the flag of Madison County, Nebraska obviously did the exact same thing that they did with the Union Jack. This beautiful, beautiful map of the whole county in here. All of the representative things of the county is in here. Frankly, this also is an S tier flag. Like, I don't even know what to tell you. This might be the very best flag that we're gonna be reviewing today. Let's put this even, like, halfway up here, because it's better than all the others. This is how you know. This thing is how you know that democracy doesn't work. Because this was 100% designed by committee. This wasn't some, like, actual flag artists who took the rules of how to design good flags. This is just a bunch of middle-aged white women who decided to pick the flag that represented the most things about the... And it sucks. This is maybe the worst flag I've ever seen. New Zealand! And New Zealand has 2 flags. It's these 2. And you know what? Here's my 2 contentions with this, right? First of all, don't put another country's flag on your own. I don't care that you were founded as a colony. Do you see the US having the Union flag up there? I know you still swear fealty to the Queen. Don't put the Union Jack on your... because it's too much. And at the same time, in the case of New Zealand especially, because putting the Union Jack on their flag is a crime that many countries are guilty of, imagine you have the choice between this Union Jack abomination and then you have a huge thing where you go, oh, please, everyone design new flags for our country. Somebody hands in this amazing flag, and then you still choose this Union Jack thing. Frankly, delete that. We're getting rid of this. This is now the official New Zealand flag. I don't care what anyone says. Straight into A tier. This is an A tier flag. Wales. Brilliant. Amazing flag. Perfect flag. They have a dragon on it. Imagine having a dragon on your flag. And even the color scheme, it just works. It feels like it might not work. You have white, green, and red. But if you actually look at the flag, it does very much work. Literally, the only thing that doesn't put this in S tier is the fact that the dragon isn't particularly photorealistic. But it's still a solid A tier flag. Nepal. Oh my god, look at this. So for the longest time, I was like most people, you might also think this, the flag of Nepal isn't actually rectangular. Most people see the flag of Nepal, maybe on the internet, is these two triangles. Well, I guess this one is not really a triangle, but whatever. And then it's white extending for the rest of the flag, but that's not actually true. Nepal actually had the balls to just go, no, we're gonna take a completely different approach to the shape of the flag, and we're gonna take this. Then you have the color scheme is good. The symbolism, which I'm not sure what these symbols even represent, but they look really cool. So also, frankly, this is a S tier flag, and I have a lot of S tier flag. I'm very positive in how I judge these things. On the other hand, you have Vatican City. Now, you might think that because they did in fact not choose the traditional rectangular flag format, but instead went with the square one, I would also give them some of the credit and admire them for it. But I feel like, no. You're literally Vatican City. You could have gotten away with getting a fucking round flag if you wanted to, but instead, you chose to just mildly skip conventions. And I was about to criticize it for not having any crosses, despite it being the capital of Christianity, but it turns out it has too many crosses. That's now my problem with it. So we're gonna put you down here in D tier. Not quite E tier, I feel like, because I mean, this is a cool looking, as you can see, clearly, cool looking thing. Next flag, Brazil. This, I should have thought this through. This is the flag of Brazil. And you know what? Props for putting in this color scheme. I don't think any other country has this color scheme. It's a really cool color scheme. But look at this. Look, frankly, if you're gonna have a flag with which you're gonna represent yourself to the world, don't put letters in it. And if you're gonna put letters in it, don't make them look like a drunk person put them in there. And also, make them be English. I have no idea what this might even supposedly represent. But, you know, we're gonna save the Brazil flag. Because I feel that it would be a bit of a shame not to allow this thing into a... What is this? Is this a white... Is this a white rim on the... How did this happen? Is this supposed to be in here? Did they make a graphical error when because it's not on the bottom side? Here we go, just put this here, right? This down here. And then we take this one. Magic wand. I add this to this here. Okay, well, I don't care. I don't care enough. Right? And then put this one up here. We'll quick pick this color, right? Ah, fuck. This is a way small brush. This is a way big brush. Come on. Give me a decent... There we go. Just delete this. Alright. Let me look really quickly just pick up this color. This green color. Down here. We're gonna go Bionicle. And it's gonna be this color right here. Change this to an appropriate size font. 8, right? There you go. Bionicle. I could go to the effort of dragging this all out, but I feel like after doing such a poor job in inserting these two guys, I'm not gonna do that much. There we go. This is now a solid A-tier flag. Hong Kong flag. Canadians, take note. This is how you do a flag where there's flowers on it. I suppose a leaf is not a flower. This is how you make a flag where, like, a main feature of a plant is the centerpiece. You make it in a way that flows. It looks organic. Very nice. Definitely, absolutely, at least a B tier flag. You know, actually, let's put this like this so it can reach up into A tier. It's an A tier, B tier flag. Macau also, except they also added... Wait, no, that flag also has stars. Macau, though, I like the color scheme a little better than with Hong Kong. I feel like this is a little more expressive. I'm reasonably certain this is supposed to be a lotus flower. I'm not quite sure that it is. Definitely a B tier flag. Last but not least, Korea. I have no idea what any of this is supposed to represent, but it looks very cool. I take slight issue with the asymmetry I assume these are wooden blocks for some kind of instrument. I don't know why I think that. I am 100% certain that it isn't the case. But nevertheless, we're gonna put this flag in all tiers because I'm not gonna lie, I think this is the best of all flags that exist. This is the very best one. Thank you very much for watching this shit show. I just have to do a lot of videos now because obviously I can't record while on vacation, and I'm not gonna skip a video. So I hope you enjoyed this for your own sake, because you're not gonna get any different content today. Thank you very much for watching, and see you around, cunts.